friends, I'm so glad you found me. I'm Stephanie Carter Kelly, a physical therapist that uses yoga in just about everything that I do. Each week, I'm bringing you physical, mental, and spiritual ways to heal your pain. This week, we're using the foam roller in order to activate the core. A lot of people roll on these rollers, but I use it a little bit differently. It's a subconscious way to activate your core. So if you don't have a foam roller, it's 36 inches long, 6 inches in diameter, and it really needs to be this length because you're going to go on it from tailbone to head. Several years ago, I did a little bit of a research project looking at the muscle activation when we were on this roller, just breathing. And even being on it, just breathing, increased the activation of the deep core muscles. So that transversus abdominis and multifidus, the deep core muscles, are the ones that really help to support you in your everyday life. They're on a little bit all the time. So I like doing this roller so that you can just remind those muscles that they're supposed to work. And you're just going to be on the roller and breathing. So I'm going to show it to you a couple different ways so you get an idea about how to get yourself on the roller. And it's not easy to do. I'm not all that worried about you falling because if you roll off, it's only 6 inches or so off the ground. But you know, when we talk about activating your core, it's not just about the muscles. I love to kind of bring a parallel to those really deep muscles that are supporting you and parallel that to your own internal support system. What are you really doing to support yourself? I have another video that talks about support and looks at the anatomy, and so we picked out those muscles that are there to really support you from a musculoskeletal standpoint, supporting the spine. But what is it that you say to yourself that gives you the support that you need? If in your head you're always admonishing yourself, if you're always criticizing yourself, if you're always full of negative internal feedback, then you're not supporting yourself. You need to find that internal support, that love, that compassion, those positive messages that you can keep sending yourself. And sometimes we have such a habit of the negative that it's hard to turn it around. So start just finding those positive words. You did a good job. You know, it doesn't have to be big, like you ate something that was healthy for you. You moved for 5 minutes. You moved for 10 minutes. Like start small and just champion or celebrate small positive things. So we're going to go on the roller and I'm going to show you how to line up. I'm going to go this way first so that you can kind of see. So you really get your tailbone all the way on the end of the roller, and then you're just going to lay all the way back. Start with your feet wide, hands on the mat, and that'll give you some support. But the goal is that you bring your feet together, knees together, arms across your chest, and hold your balance in this position. So I'm going to show you what that looks like from the side. I just wanted to show you the alignment first. But that alignment is not easy to get. I'll just warn you. As you start to bring your feet together, you're going to wobble back and forth. And that's okay. Those are those muscles that have to try to kick in. So feet together, knees together. And just start to breathe. Maybe hold your hands out to the side. And you just want to inhale and fill your belly. As you exhale, fully exhale and think belly button to the spine. We're not trying to do a pelvic tilt here on the roller. Keep the natural curves of your spine. But just really come to your breath. Full exhale, belly button to the spine. Nice big inhale, fill the belly. Nice deep exhale, belly button to spine. Now I want you to keep that belly button to spine.
and try to inhale into the ribs. So keep some activation from the belly button down to the pubic bone and breathe into your rib cage. As you feel that support, that corseting effect from the belly button down to the pubic bone, wrapping around into the low back, that's when you can start to take some support away from the floor, bringing the feet together, knees together, so that that's the only muscle that's really helping you. You'll feel that your hips want to try to help. They'll try to rotate back and forth to keep you on, but they really don't have the ability to keep you in this position. So you just want to breathe while you're here, feeling that spine lined up on the center of that roller. It may take a few practices to get good at this, but these muscles will kick in quick because really you're just sending the message from the muscles to the brain that they need to support you to keep you in this position. And you may have to put a hand down every once in a while or step your foot out every once in a while, trying to come back to the center, arms right across, maybe just hands on your belly so you can feel that belly rise and fall, or hands on the ribs so you can feel your ribs expand. And then we want to start, as you get good, so you practice this for a few times, a few days in a row. You can do this every day. Then you want to start moving. Just one hand at a time to throw you off balance a little bit. These muscles help support your balance. So if you can draw that belly button towards your spine, keep breathing into the ribs. Inhale, arm overhead, exhale, fingertips to the ceiling. And just keep going back and forth. One arm perturbs or pulls you off balance a little bit. You want to make sure that you're equal on both sides. So you do the left arm and then you do the right arm. Same amount of repetitions. And you might find that one side is a little bit more difficult than the other side. So when I'm moving my right arm, my left side, those muscles on the left side of my body are supporting me so that I don't roll back and forth and don't lose my balance. It's easier when you're moving the arm along, the long axis or whatever of the body. As soon as you start to take the arm away from the body, now as I move my left arm, I'm just kind of making half of a T with this arm, taking it out to the side. I really feel that right side kick in so that I don't shift my weight back and forth on the roller. You really can't shift your weight that much. There's just not enough places to shift. But you'll feel that light press, belly button to the spine, as you move that arm back and forth. And then you switch to the right arm. Synchronize it with your breath. With every exhale, feel as though you draw that belly button back towards your spine. You should feel some tension in those muscles down around that hip joint, by that inguinal ligament, all down in that area. And when you get really good, I don't suggest you try this on the first time, but you might think about, can you then do some marching with your leg and maintain that balance. So even my balance isn't perfect, but I get on the roller. I do it in my classes some, but I also do it at home some, just to wake these muscles up. If I have any back pain or feel like I've been too sedentary, I may get on the roller again, just to wake these muscles up, remind them that they're supposed to support me. Again, I'm not flattening my back to do this. Flattening the back uses all those big muscles, your obliques, your rectus. I just want to create support and I'm moving the limb, not to strengthen, but to throw me off balance, so that these muscles have to work a little bit more. to hold me onto the roller. And you'll see my heels will pop out, so every once in a while, check, make sure your feet are together. And then you can just come back to this and breathe. I call this very mindful breathing. Maybe it's a way to get you into a little bit of a mindful breath or a meditative breath. Gives you a focus. Stay on the roller while you're breathing. Flow of air in through the nose, all the way down into those deep ribs. Let the ribs expand side to side. As you exhale, belly button draws back towards the spine to get that transversus abdominis activation. To get off of the roller, you can just put an arm down and slide right off. Not too hard. So I love this. I've been using this for years, and I don't do a lot of rolling out my IT band or anything. I just use it as a very nice way to breathe and activate those deep core muscles. If you've learned something today, share this video with a friend. Subscribe to the channel so that each week you can get information just like this to build into your home practice and improve how your low back feels. I'm Stephanie Carter Kelly, yoga physical therapist. Namaste.